Coming up on this edition of Southwest TV News. As the finishing touches continue on the 225-bed facility located near the Cypress Regional Hospital, fundraising continues for furnishings and equipment. As we make our way through the month of January, Southwest Saskatchewan is enjoying one of the mildest winters on record. Well into the new year, and as many look to shed a few of those extra holiday pounds, the City of Swift Current is back with the 4th Annual Wellness Challenge. Thanks for joining us here today. The Dr. Noble Irwin Regional Healthcare Foundation has a target of raising $8 million to furnish the new Swift Current long-term care facility. We'll find out how that campaign is coming along in today's top story. May 1st is the day when the Cypress Health Region will officially have the keys to the new long-term care facility in Swift Current. And as the finishing touches continue on the 225-bed facility located near the Cypress Regional Hospital, fundraising continues for furnishings and equipment. The Dr. Noble Irwin Regional Healthcare Foundation has a goal of $8 million to raise through the Welcome Home campaign. And despite generous donations since last fall, the campaign still has a long road to reach the $8 million.
Well, it's coming along quite well. We're pretty happy with the way things are going. We continue to talk to donors and potential donors, and we continue to get very positive feedback from everyone we chat with. And we have an awful lot of folks that said, yeah, we're going to be there to help you out. But we're waiting to find out to what level they're going to commit and support us on this project.
And with less than 5 months before the Cypress Health Region takes over the new facility, the Health Authority recently passed a motion to use $2.5 million from its reserve funds to purchase specific equipment and furnishings. Beth Vachon is the CEO for the Health Region and explains the rationale behind this move.
We're finding ourselves caught in a timing issue. Many people who are pledging to the campaign are doing their pledges over a 5-year period, so making that commitment and contributing for the next 5 years. But of course, when you're ordering equipment, you need that money up front. So it really we found ourselves in a position where the funds that we had available, we've already expended, and so we need to continue ordering. Many of the things that we do order come from the States. So of course, we're worried about the dollar and what the impact is going to have. We do have bids that are already, pricing and quotes that are still applicable. So we need to order while we still have those quotes. If we leave it any longer, we may have to get new bids or new quotes on this work. And some of this equipment, you just they don't have it built and they don't pull it off the shelf. The only time that they actually build this is when an order comes in. So the longer we delay, some of these orders take 3 to 4 months just for the manufacturing process to happen. Then they have to ship it to us and then we can get it installed.
Funds allotted by the Health Region will include the purchase of 30 new beds to be used in addition to the current beds being used at facilities now in Swift Current. Also the purchase of 225 brand new mattresses, alongside dining room tables and chairs. Vachon adds that as more funds are raised through the Welcome Home campaign, additional items on the furnishings wish list will be checked off. As the Health Region continues to work closely with the Dr. Noble Irwin Regional Healthcare Foundation on the project. And as the Healthcare Foundation continues to pound the pavement in its fundraising efforts through the roller coaster ride of low oil prices and a plunging loonie, donors are reminded that long-term care is just as important as the hospital.
If you think about it, the chances of us needing long-term care are maybe even more so than needing the services of the hospital. I mean, there's an awful lot of people that live a very healthy and long life that and never really spend any time in the hospital, but we all get to the situation where we might need long-term care.
Interested donors or anyone willing to volunteer their time for the Welcome Home campaign are encouraged to contact the Dr. Noble Irwin Regional Healthcare Foundation.
This is a great example of the Health Region, the Cypress Health Region, and the Ministry of Health working to put the patient first.
The El Nino weather pattern continues to bring a mild winter to Southwest Saskatchewan, with signs of an early spring. As we make our way through the month of January, Southwest Saskatchewan is enjoying one of the mildest winters on record. And according to Environment Canada, the El Nino weather pattern continues to dominate the airflow, bringing milder and drier conditions than normal. With only 4 days below -20, compared to the usual total of 13 for this time of the year.
If there's a concern that I have, it's really the lack of precipitation. We haven't had much snow. I think snow has been down to about half of what you normally see, and the snow cover is rather skimpy right now. I think in Swift Current area, I see maybe 5 or 6 centimeters of snow sitting on the ground, not a huge amount. And when we look in parts of southwestern Saskatchewan, we see precipitation since October has been maybe between 60 and 85% of what you would know. So it's not been bone dry, but it certainly hasn't been that much. And that maybe, I'm sure that a few growers are a little bit concerned, but you don't lose your crop in January. And a good spring rainfall, a nice percolating kind of rainfall, would undo any of that kind of concern.
Phillips further adds that as the temperatures continue to fluctuate in the coming weeks, we could see an early spring.
We looked at the American models and some extended Canadian models right through to the end of January, and we see it being warmer and maybe near normal precipitation. And then for February, again, we're showing more of the same, warmer and maybe a little drier than normal. So I think it's not going to be a stinging, painful kind of a winter. Again, I think there'll be those moments where it'll be a reality check and you know where you live, but overall, we see as the days get longer now, and really the tough days. I think we could count them on our fingers. They're not many of them. A few days here and there where again we see winter returns, and then my gosh, we see possibly an early spring. We think that it's not an allotment. A lot of Canadians I have found, speaking to them in the last 2 or 3 months, they're saying, okay, well, we've had kind of milder temperatures now, but are we going to pay for this? Not. You don't necessarily, nature doesn't give you an allotment of certain misery days, and so if you pay now, you gain later, nothing like that.
The seasonal high for this time of the year in the Swift Current area is -9, with an overnight low of -19. The City of Swift Current is encouraging you to take part in the annual Wellness Challenge. We find out more in this report. Well into the new year, and as many look to shed a few of those extra holiday pounds, the City of Swift Current is back with the 4th Annual Wellness Challenge. The month-long initiative runs through February the 14th and is open to individuals or groups to participate in a range of activities.
Well, basically what it is keeping track of daily wellness points, and it's areas of nutrition, physical activity, sleep, and water. So participants will keep track of those daily, and then they'll let your team captain know, and after 4 weeks, all of those numbers will come into me, and we'll find out the winner.
A challenge which is not only targeting adults but youth as well, to help get the entire family more active and off the computer.
It still says that less than 15% of our Saskatchewan children and youth are active enough to be healthy. So yeah, this is a great opportunity to encourage families from young to old to participate. We all know the benefits of physical activity. Here's just a fun way that you can get together, kind of have that competitive fun on your team and also challenging other teams. And for the next 4 weeks, we can focus on some health and wellness.
The Wellness Challenge offers a number of prizes at the end of the month. However, the greatest accomplishment is proving to yourself that a simple leisurely walk or fitness class can be worked into your routine and benefit your health in the long run. Registrations for the City of Swift Current's Wellness Challenge can be sent to Val Chufu. Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at MyLocalTV.ca. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.